Merab taking on Umar Nurmagomedov, and there's the Merab kept pressing forward. He had a staph infection on there. He hurt his back as well. Merab always had the same rhythm, and he would keep on looking down, and he would chew like he's chewing gum, and then he would shoot, and then throw this overhand right. So he did land this strike on Umar. It was a great fight. Like the exchanges of the wrestling and the grappling exchanges were just peak. Merab doesn't stop. He does not stop. He shoots, he misses, he's gonna shoot again. Misses, he's gonna shoot again. Misses, he's gonna shoot again. He's gonna continue to shoot until he gets what he wants. And if he doesn't get what he wants, you're gonna be damn near exhausted as hell because you're gonna give him what he wanted. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and we have a void breakdown. Merab taking on Umar Nurmagomedov. Merab came out victorious on his first title defense, and he outworked Umar. Now, the producers put these slides, these pictures together for this slide of the void breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and also hit the bell to know when we go live. Okay, guys. Now, I didn't make a pick for this fight because I knew both these guys could win this fight. And the biggest thing Merab has is that gas tank, and he does not stop. And I'll never forget when I was training with Henry Cejudo, and he was getting ready to fight Aljamain Sterling. I was like, dude, Merab is a harder fight. And he goes, you think so? I was like, absolutely. I was like, he doesn't stop. He does not stop. He just is an endless cardio machine. Great takedown defense, great takedowns, and decent hands. And man, did he show that last night. So we're gonna go to the slides. Let's get it. Here we go. Now, Umar is a little bit taller. I've been next to Umar. Umar's like he's like 5'8", excuse me, not 4'8", 5'8". So he does have a little height advantage over Merab, but that didn't make it a difference. And I got the epic pin out for you guys. But when you take a look at this, I think I was very shocked that Umar Nurmagomedov was the favorite. And I think the reason why is because of this, that 18-0 status. He's never lost. And, you know, TKO submissions, where you look at Merab, even though he takes people down a lot, he's only had one submission victory and 3 TKOs out of 18-4. So they've won as many same fights, 34-29, and takedown defense 100%, 81%. I mean, these guys, I felt that it was going to come down to the wrestling ability. 5'8" to 5'6". Okay, so he's only 2 inches taller. It's not by much, but 34. So he's a little bit older. Where Umar hasn't even hit his 30 yet, so he'll start hitting his peak as a man probably like, you know, 30 to like 35, I feel like. So let us continue. From Russia and Georgia. All right, here we go, boys. Here we go. Let's see what the producers put together for us. Okay, now southpaw orthodox, you have the free body kick, and there's the void. You know, Umar was doing a good job of when Merab would press forward, he would step this way and then land that check right hook. He was always going right hook. But Merab kept pressing forward. He had a staph infection on there. He hurt his back as well. And he did the fight in 6 weeks, 6-week camp. It's absolutely crazy. But here's a void for you guys. And, you know, obviously Umar would throw that high kick, 1-2, and you would see Merab circled this way into the power of Umar. So very interesting. Hopefully we get a different picture of the slides as we go on this video. Continue on the video. But it was an amazing fight. Like, this was the only person I think who could probably beat Merab. But right here. Ooh. Okay, that was a slip. But they're exchanging. But let me go back real quick. Let's watch that one more time. I was kind of like watching it and not breaking it down. Okay, here he goes. I like this right here. He's showing something to get Umar to register. But Umar does a good job of keeping the distance and keeping out a void so he doesn't run into anything, right? But there's a show of that leg. Jab. And look where he is. Actually, he's on the outside of the leg. Goes overhand right. Misses. But they don't want nobody to get takedown. Boom, he slips, gets on him, and gets right back on him. What's going on, guys? This video is sponsored by PrizePicks. Now, PrizePicks is a daily fantasy sports game where you can play directly from your phone. It's very simple. All you gotta do is go to your app store, download PrizePicks, and when you do that, make sure you use my promo code MIGHTY. They have a cool promotion going on right now. All you gotta do is play $5 in your lineup, whether it be NBA, NFL, NHL, mixed martial arts, and college football. And speaking of college football, they have a cool promotion going on right now, the Natty Pack. It's a free pick. They believe this gentleman, Will Howard, all you gotta do is pick him. He's gonna go over 0.5 passing yards. And when it came to price picks, boys, I ain't gonna lie to you, we took a lot of damn L's. We took a lot of, we got a lot of W's. But for me, I like the 4 picks. I'm trying to get my 10x payout. I'm not going for 2x, 3x, 4x. I want 10x. And at Prize Picks, you can do that. Some of the ones we came with the WA, we went less with the takedowns with Islam and Rainier de Ritter. I felt if those guys did take those guys down, they'll be able to submit them. And then there's a couple of them that we got a L's on. We didn't think the Umar Nurmagomedov and the Merab fight would go 25 minutes, and we also did not think that Umar Nurmagomedov would land 100 strikes. We had it at 95 strikes because we felt like Merab does a good job of not taking any damage. He's always pushing forward, looking for the takedown, and taking the fight off the feet or taking the fight wherever he wants to. But you know, we had a good time making the picks. As long as you make the picks to the right place, which is Price Pick, you can do it directly from your phone. All you gotta do is go to your app store, download Price Pick. When you do that, use my promo code MIGHTY. Cool promotion going on right now. If you're first time signing up, you play $5, you're gonna win $50 no matter what happens in your picks. I mean, and this was the most fascinating thing is, I said it in an instant reaction. I don't know if you guys watched the full thing, but this balance right here, I called it a crocodile tail. Like he's going for a single leg and he's taking him because Umar has no post on this side. And Merab is dragging him on this side right here. And he's using, there's no post here. So he's using this tail of this part of his leg to keep the balance. And look at that athleticism. And then Merab taking him to where he has no post. And it's the interesting thing. You know, you could try to, there's anti-wrestling and then there's you use your jiu-jitsu to counter his wrestling, but then you're on your back. And, you know, he could go for a guillotine, but that neck's not going to get choked out. He could try to, you know, do a reversal, but this was probably like this was the part of the fight that exhausted Umar Nurmagomedov and Merab, but Merab's used to fighting this way. Absolutely used to fighting in this chaotic, it's not chaotic, but it's a constant pressure. He puts in a drive. He's in first, second, third, fourth. Then he gets to 5th gear and he was like, I'm staying in 5th gear for the rest of the fight. I hope you keep up. And Merab was having success on the feet because Merab always had the same rhythm and he would keep on looking down and he would chew like he's chewing gum. And then he would shoot and then throw this over and right. So he did land this strike on Umar. Look like it landed right in the chest. And it's beautiful for Merab. Right hand's there. His head's out of danger. Hands here. It's perfect. Beautiful technique from Merab. And then it gives him the ability to shoot right in for a double leg if he wants to. And I think that he probably did that. And then here is when Umar went for a takedown. And here's the thing. Merab has fought the best of the best when it comes to mixed martial arts as wrestling caliber. He's fought Cejudo, who's an Olympic gold medalist. Want to make sure you guys know that. And Henry couldn't even take him down. And here's Umar on a deep single. Only bad thing is head is on the outside. Typically, when you shoot a single, you want to have the head on the inside. So his head's on the outside. It gets in there super deep. And there's Merab keeping his balance. Not trying to go for a wizard off the back. But once again, this is transitions in the fight that I'm getting a still of. But the outside single with his head on the outside instead of the head inside. And he doesn't succeed with getting this takedown. That is like, you know, I would have thought that he would have succeeded in this takedown, but he does not succeed in taking Merab down. And Merab's wrestling is just a fucking different level. And Umar had great. I gave Umar round 1, round 2, and so did a lot of judges. And, you know, he wasn't blowing Merab out the water in the first 2 rounds, but he was landing the better strikes. And then once it, you know, started going, I think maybe in the middle of round 2, maybe in round 2, Merab was starting to pick it up. And there's that free body kick. Stop ball. And this is Merab trying to counter. That's a free body kick. Look at the technique, the arm there. stop hands, like to protect yourself. Free body kick, and Merab can't reach him because the southpaw versus orthodox, it's a better lineup for both guys. They want to throw a body kick, but beautiful textbook body kick. A little bit high. If this was here on the liver, that could have hurt him. As we saw, Merab did get hurt from Sean O'Malley when he did a teep to the stomach. But body kicks all day when you're southpaw versus orthodox. It's a good exchange because this hip power is going to beat this. It can. I've seen people get knocked out when they try to throw kicks if they don't set it up right or they're not long enough. But beautiful kick from Umar. And this is a good learning stone for Umar. Beautiful exchange right there between Umar and Merab. I mean, a fight's not going to look pretty. And when you're in there trying to hit people, your point when it's on 3. Okay, there's that takedown. That's how I take down. I like how he did this. So, comes in. Right? He shoots in. But look at the athleticism right here. It's not a takedown. A lot of people are like, oh, that's a takedown. It's not a takedown, right? Let's go back here. So, they come in. Okay, so let's go. So, they come in with this exchange. Come in. He comes in high guard. He goes to jab. He times it perfectly. Throws a right hand. Now they get in a wrestling exchange. He goes for the single. Gets it. But look at the bounce. So he has a post here. Post. And this crocodile tail. Post there. Okay, let's keep it going. Gets up. Attacks the head. Right? Still trying to get it. Not a takedown yet. Not a takedown yet. And he's using the head in a guillotine attempt to control his posture and keep his balance. I think this is probably the still that we just looked at. All right, let's continue to see what it looks like as they go. But this was, and look at this. Look at the crocodile tail. It jumps to this side to cover that post, right? And he gets, oh, look at that tail. Then he posts again. Not a takedown for Umar either. Gets the back, falls off the back. Not yet. Merab gets up. Not a takedown. Not a takedown. Okay. Then Umar gets the takedown. So if I shoot a takedown and you sprawl and then I'm trying to still get you and then you are about to reverse me and I stand up and you don't get control of me and I get away, it's not a takedown. But I think this is where Umar got the takedown when he got his back, kicked his legs out. And this is the thing that's different, I felt like, in this fight. You saw Umar get this position a lot when he fought Corey Sandhagen. And Corey Sandhagen was kind of, content with like, okay, I'm going to do some grappling. I'm going to attack his legs and do that stuff. Merab wasn't having that. Merab was like, I'm going to get back up. And you see Merab fighting the most important thing, which is this hand. And then this foot hasn't got sunken into the crotch where you can have full-on hooks and have his back. Merab just never stopped moving each time Umar got to a position where he could try to settle his position, and he didn't give Umar the chance to do that. And Merab just did a beautiful stand-up, and then they were back to the feet fighting. So when they did get in a wrestling exchange, nobody got to position until I think it was 4th or 5th round. He was able to get it a dominant position, but still wasn't able to get any submission game going off. That they are exchanging with a jab as Umar tried to come across the void. And I mean, they're hitting each other, right? I mean, there's Umar's jab and there's Merab's jab. Once again, southpaw orthodox. And looks like Umar's coming in and Merab's going on the outside. He's on the outside, but they both still hit each other. It was a great fight. Like the exchanges of the wrestling and the grappling exchange were just peak. Right? And here, there's Merab going after the leg. And once again, like I said, Merab doesn't stop. He does not stop. He shoots. He misses. He's going to shoot again. Misses. He's going to shoot again. Misses. He's going to shoot again. He's going to continue to shoot until he gets what he wants. And if he doesn't get what he wants, you're going to be damn near exhausted as hell because you didn't give him what he wanted. Now, and here was another exchange too. People might count this as a takedown. This is not a takedown. The reason why is because Merab never secured the position. He shot. Umar went to his butt, elevated him, butterfly hooks, elevate him, sets Merab's weight over here. He gets up, and then that's not a takedown. That is a continuous movement that happens in the fight where it's not a secure takedown. Now, there is a point in time where Merab does do the same takedown, and it doesn't result in a butterfly sweep. A butterfly, well, it's not even a sweep, because a sweep is I sweep you, I come on top, and I'm controlling you. So it's a continuous movement that happens, and he puts Merab here, and Umar gets up. So a lot of people, I think the UFC or whoever is like dictating what's a takedown and what's not a takedown, they have to truly establish what is a takedown in mixed martial arts. Now, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and IBJJF or ADCC is like, if I do an arm drag and I boom arm drag and I get your leg and I pick you up and I throw you down and then your butt hits the ground, but then you turn around and I try to get your hips, you do a stand up, and then I got to finish that takedown. That's not a takedown just because your butt hit the ground. So they got to really change that. So this was not a successful takedown in my eyes in Merab, but Merab is pushing the pace. He gets him on his back and he's making Umar expend energy. And maybe while we're doing this, maybe I'll go look at like what's considered a takedown in college wrestling or high school wrestling, but it's always changes depending on what it is. But I think they need to really like distinguish what is clarified as a takedown and what is clarified as a significant strike. Right? If I go pop, I hit you in the face, that's a significant strike. But if I'm just tapping you and you're taking it, it's like there was a fight where a gentleman, I think it was Bonico, he was hitting a guy like this, just doing that, and they're just racking up significant strikes. I'm like, guys, this is not a significant strike. Stop trying to fucking play the lines. Okay, so back to the breakdown, and here's Umar trying to get this takedown, and here's Merab doing what he does best, having a great time. He's got both these hands on this arm, so Umar can't get his arms around him to lock it up, and all he has to do is walk underneath those hands and his elbow's gonna lift up. But like I said, man, Merab just doesn't stop. Like, I will love to see what his wrestling heart rate is. It has to be maybe the 30s or the 25s for how much he pushes in the fight. And here's Habib talking to Umar. Man, yeah, dude, like, it's so hard. Like, when you're that exhausted and somebody's coming forward, there's only so much you can do. Only so much you can do. Hopefully when when Umar fights again and I break down Umar's next video, hopefully we can get corner voice to see what Habib was saying. But if my memory serves me right, he was saying you can do it with your hands. Just do it with your hands. And here's another thing too. There was no clinch game, right? We knew there was a little clinch game, but we knew Merab was going to come forward, but there was no like one knee up the middle, or he shoots, we're going here, elbow, try to establish the clinch game and throw some knees and elbows. There was no clinch. It was basically anti-wrestling the whole entire time. But here's Habib trying to guide Umar to the victory, but just wasn't enough to get it done. And now this, once again, I don't know if this is what round this is, but right now, just because he lands on his butt, and let's say the previous slide, Umar kicks his feet up and they set over here and they both stand their feet, that is not a takedown. So once again, if he lands on his butt and he stays on his butt and it goes 1, 2, 3, I have secured the takedown, 2 points, or in jiu-jitsu 2 points, wrestling 2 points, 3, I think it's actually 3 points nowadays in high school, 3 points. But if you shoot and I touch my butt and I throw you over my head and I get back to my feet and I sprawl, not a takedown. But once again, Merab is being relentless and he's being a machine. Right here. And there's Merab showboating right here. Now, boom. This, okay, right here. Well, it went by too fast. But this right here is a takedown. Right? I'm going to count for you guys. And it's a continuous movement, but I'm going to count for you, okay? He enters. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That was a point where he shot. He takes him down. He's wizarding. And then he does a limp arm and he gets his back. That is a takedown. He established the position. He controlled the position for 3 seconds. And then he got back to his feet. Now, let's say he took him down and he jumped right back to his feet again. It's not a takedown. So, but look at this right here. 92 the most takedowns in UFC history. That's absolutely crazy. You know, Because in my mind, it's like if you take somebody down that many times, you should be looking to pass guard and submit them. So it should be somebody, a jiu-jitsu professor, like that should be cut in half. We got to work in jiu-jitsu to get you, when you take them down, you can pass guard. But look at this, the most takedowns in UFC history. I think before that, it was GSP. I think I was somewhere along that too, because my black ass wasn't passing guard and submitting people. So congrats to Merab for keeping it. And just a gas thing. God damn, 92. The most takedowns in UFC history. Congrats on making history, brother. There's Merab celebrating. He knew he won. Because a lot of people doubted him. A lot of people doubted him. And I think I was talking to somebody today, and they said, you said that Umar is a better striker, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I was basically echoing chambering that what Merab has said about other athletes that he's fighting. He goes, yes, this guy must be a better stand-up kickboxer, but this is mixed martial arts. I'm going to make it look easy. I'm going to outwork them. And that's what Merab did. And I think he probably outstruck him. So let's see. Let's take a look at the strikes, right? So right here, 30 takedown attempts and he landed 7. He tried 15. He landed 2. Somebody who's doing 30 takedown attempts, once again, I would have to watch the fight to, you know, clarify what in my book is a legit takedown. But 30-7 and then 15-2, crazy workhorse. And then significant strikes. So they were pretty much damn near even on significant strikes. Umar landing 104 and Merab Dvalishvili landing 111. Control 222, 137. I mean, that's where you can tell, like, right? It's like control time out of 7 takedowns. They're getting right back to their feet. Decision, 5-round fight. That was a great fight. And I'm happy for Merab to get the opportunity to, you know, come over with the victory. And like I said, Umar is going to learn a lot. He's still young. He's 29 years old. You give what? So Umar is 29 and Merab is 34. So if Merab fights for another 3 years, I'll put him at 34, 35, 36. I'll put him at 37. He'll probably retire. And then Umar will be 33 years old if Umar continues to fight. So his time of being a champion, it's coming. It's just he ran into a machine. And let's take a look at this. This is what makes Merab built different. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, Marlon Moraes. I believe he was a World Series of Fighting world champion. Jose Aldo, WC champion. UFC champion. Peter Yan, bantamweight champion. Henry Cejudo, flyweight champion. Bantamweight champion. Olympic gold medalist. Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley 17-4. No, okay, that's his record. No, Sean O'Malley's only lost twice. Beat Sean O'Malley, right? Then he fights Umar Nurmagomedov. I'll say the only thing we have to take a look at is it's the same type of style that he's been using against everybody. Because you look, it's decision. Oh, the TKO there. TKO, my bad. But it's the same style that he implements a gas tank and he breaks these people. So, but incredible run. I mean, this man, I mean, if he fights him again, I think it's going to be the exact same thing unless Sean O'Malley can catch him. He works hard for the money. And there it is again. The victory of Merab over Umar Nurmagomedov. I can't wait to see what's next for Merab. I hope he gets a full rest, get his leg healed, get his back healed, and then they can start talking about who he's going to fight next, which is probably going to be Sean O'Malley. But I would love, or shoot, you can even do Corey Sandhagen versus Sean O'Malley to let those two, to give Merab an opportunity to be healthy. Let Merab get healthy, have somebody else fight, and then we can decide who Merab is going to fight. Because he won the belt, turns around, does a camp for 6 weeks, gets a staph infection in his leg, hurts his back, and he has to fight this monster, Umar Nurmagomedov. I would like to see Merab get a full heal on his body. Then he can start thinking about training, and then we can start talking about who's going to fight next. For Umar Nurmagomedov, I think he goes back home, gets his hand fixed because he said he broke his hand in the fight. Get him healthy, and then he can see what he wants to do next. So, boys, if you guys enjoyed this Void breakdown, please leave a like, subscribe, and also hit the bell to go live. And thank you guys so much for making this channel what it is. We'll see you guys in the next video.